We've all heard the story of the lion and the mouse, right? But have we ever stopped to think about what it really means? It's so much more than a children's story. It's about power, unexpected kindness, and a debt that changes everything. So let's dive into the hidden lessons of this timeless classic. Once upon a time. Those four little words, they just instantly transport you to another world, don't they? A world where the rules are different. A world where the king of the jungle can learn a life-changing lesson from the smallest of creatures. Our story kicks off with a classic clash of worlds. On one side, we've got the undisputed ruler of the jungle, and on the other, well, we've got someone you probably wouldn't even notice. There he is, the mighty lion, at the absolute peak of his power, totally satisfied and content. He's invincible. Or so he thinks. He has no idea that his peace is about to be shattered, and his entire world is about to change forever. You know, this isn't just about size. This is about a complete and total imbalance of power. On one hand, you have raw strength, authority, and a roar that makes everyone tremble. On the other, you just have fear and helplessness. It seems like a pretty one-sided matchup, doesn't it? And this is where the story, which feels so predictable, takes an unbelievable turn. Because this is the moment when raw power comes face to face with an unexpected force. Compassion. In an instant, everything changes. Game over. Imagine being that mouse trapped under the massive paw of the now-awake king. This is it. There's no escape. But in this moment of what seems like total hopelessness, the mouse does something incredible. He finds his voice. And he makes a promise that sounds almost ridiculous. One day, I might be able to help you. I mean, to a powerful lion, the very idea that this tiny creature could ever be of any use is nothing short of a joke. So why does the lion let him go? It's not because he believes the mouse's promise. Not a chance. He lets him go because his belly is full, and honestly, he finds the whole situation kind of amusing. It's a casual act of mercy, an act that seems to mean nothing. But that one casual act is going to change absolutely everything. So does the lion forget all about the little mouse? Probably, but fate doesn't forget. Just a few days later, the tables are turned and the mighty king finds himself in a situation where all of his strength is completely useless. You see, hunters aren't stupid. They know you can't take on a lion in a head-to-head fight, so they use his own strength against him. They lay a trap that requires not brute force to break, but cleverness. And just like that, the king of the jungle is a prisoner. His power, his authority, it's all been stripped away. He's not the ruler anymore. He's helpless. His roar, which once inspired so much fear, is now just a desperate cry for help. It echoes through the entire jungle, and one tiny creature, who once begged for mercy himself, hears it, and he recognizes that sound. And this is where the story comes full circle. That small, almost forgotten act of kindness is now about to be repaid in the most unexpected way possible. The mouse doesn't hesitate. He's not afraid. He hears that roar and he runs. And he gets to work doing the one thing that only he can do. Where the lion's strength failed, the mouse's small, sharp teeth succeed. One by one, he gnaws through the very ropes that bind the king and sets him free. In this one moment, the world is turned upside down. The humble mouse becomes the savior, and the mighty lion becomes the one in debt. The lion doesn't just thank him, he recognizes him as an equal, calling him the prince of this jungle. This is about so much more than repaying a debt. It's the birth of respect. It's a great story, but it's so much more than just a story, isn't it? It's a lesson that has echoed through the centuries. So let's break down what it really teaches us. So the first lesson is pretty obvious, of course. No act of kindness, no matter how small it seems, is ever wasted. But it goes deeper than that. It reminds us that what we think of as strength, size, power, authority, that's not always the answer. Sometimes true strength is found in the places we least expect to see it. Ultimately, this story illustrates a really powerful idea. What goes around, comes around. The lion's act of mercy was an investment he didn't even know he was making. It's a beautiful reminder that our actions have ripple effects, and the good that we put out into the world often finds a way of coming back to us, sometimes in the most unexpected ways. So I'll leave you with this thought. In today's world, who might be your mouse? Who are you underestimating? Whose help are you dismissing just because they seem small or unimportant? The real magic of this fable is realizing that we all have a little bit of the lion and a little bit of the mouse inside us. The real question is, when do we choose to be which one?